Joy Villa files complaint against Corey Lewandowski for alleged assault. The songstress, who says former Trump campaign manager Corey Lewandowski painfully slapped her rear at a party, has filed a complaint against him with Washington, D.C. police and says his behavior shows he's unfit to be around the president. Singer Joy Villa told Newsweek on Tuesday she contacted police this week, having never received a word of apology from Lewandowski after he smacked her rear end twice at a late November party. Villa said she was told that by a detective that the slapping incident she described was not considered harassment, as she initially thought, but assault. The Metropolitan Police Department confirmed it has opened a case. A sexual abuse allegation report has been filed, said spokesman Hugh Carew. It remains under investigation, and nobody has been charged. Villa said it need not have come to this if Lewandowski had behaved better before and after the alleged assault. I would like to see Lewandowski apologize, to admit that he disrespected the president, because he's close to the president, said Villa, who famously wore a Make America Great Again gown to the Grammy Awards. As it stands, I will be pressing charges. I will be continuing with this investigation, because it's a criminal offense, Villa added. Villa and Lewandowski were guests at a November 28 party at the Trump International Hotel in Washington, as previously reported by Politico. Villa says after the two posed for a picture together, he whacked her on the rear. It was painful. It was an extreme slap. I mean, if it had been on my face or any other part of my body, I'm sure it would have left like a bruise or mark, said Villa. Like I told the police, it was bordering on violence. It was extremely sobering in that fact, like, whoa, this is not safe. And I immediately told him, stop. Knock it off. Villa told Newsweek she cautioned Lewandowski that she could report him for sexual harassment, to which she said he jeered, "Go ahead, I work in the private sector." Then, she says, Lewandowski proceeded to slap my ass extremely hard, to the point that it hurt, and he laughed in my face and ran off. No man who treats a woman such as this without apologizing and accepting he did wrong should be near the President of the United States period, or work in his administration or represent him in any way, she added. Another partygoer confirmed Villa's version of events is 100% true in a separate conversation with Newsweek. A copy of the report obtained Tuesday from the D.C. police provides scant information about the November 28 incident, saying only that something happened between 8 and 9 p.m. C1 disclosed she was the victim of a sexual assault, the report says in the public narrative section. By contrast with the alleged Lewandowski incident, Villa, who earlier this year announced her interest in running to represent Florida in Congress with strategist and longtime Trump confidant Roger Stone as an advisor, said she shared pleasant greetings, hugs and selfies at the November party with the likes of presidential counselor Kellyanne Conway, Jared Kushner and Eric and Lara Trump. Villa, who did not contact Newsweek but agreed to answer questions in a phone conversation, said she's also the subject of a campaign to denigrate her for calling Lewandowski out. "It's so disgusting, girl," she said by phone. "It's like, oh well, what were you wearing? Well, look at you, you're a celebrity, you should be used to it. Well, you have a big ass, you should get used to it. You're a female. It's insane." As a member of Trump's inner circle, Lewandowski, a father of 4 who hails from New Hampshire, once found himself accused of grabbing a female reporter on the campaign trail. Battery charges were filed against him, but ultimately dropped. Lewandowski also penned a book about Trump's road to the presidency and the players who surrounded him on his way to his historic 2016 upset of Hillary Clinton. Newsweek has sought comment from Lewandowski as well as a spokesman for the White House, where Lewandowski recently attended a meeting. Neither has responded. Thank you for watching. For the follow-up, subscribe to the channel yourself here. Singer Joy Villa alleges Corey Lewandowski assaulted her at Trump hotel party. Singer Joy Villa, a Donald Trump supporter, has filed a police report against former Trump presidential campaign manager Corey Lewandowski, who she says sexually assaulted her at the Trump International Hotel in Washington. At a party on November 28, Villa says Lewandowski slapped her bottom twice while posing for a picture, she told CNN Sunday. The incident was first reported by Politico last week. The incident occurred sometime between 8 and 8:30 p.m., Villa told CNN, saying Lewandowski was drinking and appeared to be in bad spirits. "He grabbed me very boisterously, unexpectedly," Villa said, adding that she thought he was acting like a clown and that after the photo was taken he smacked my ass really hard, almost violent in nature. Villa said that after she told him she could report him for sexual harassment, Lewandowski said, "I work in the private sector," and slapped her again. Then he laughed and walked away, she said, adding that his behavior was boorish and over the top. "I just spoke with the detective and it officially qualifies as sexual assault," Villa told CNN. The report, which does not mention Lewandowski by name, was filed on Christmas Eve. The report alleges the incident occurred on November 28. This issue of sexual harassment and sexual assault is a nonpartisan issue, Villa added. Democrat or Republican, all of us should join to combat this. Politico said Villa didn't reach out to them about the alleged incident, but they contacted her after hearing about it from an eyewitness. Villa made headlines when she appeared at the Grammy Awards red carpet wearing a dress designed to look like Trump's Make America Great Again campaign logo. She says she's currently exploring a potential congressional run in Florida. In March 2016, Lewandowski was charged with simple battery after he allegedly yanked a female Breitbart reporter's arm backward during a Trump campaign event in Florida, but was not prosecuted. He was fired from the campaign soon after the incident, and started his own consulting firm following the election. Lewandowski, who is also a former CNN political commentator, joined the pro-Trump super PAC this August. Villa told CNN she has reached out to Lewandowski and hasn't heard from him. If he would apologize, that's all I want, Villa said. Thank you for watching. For the follow-up, subscribe to the channel yourself here. The sanctions in the face of overwhelming congressional opposition in both chambers are enacted. In retaliation for Russia's incursions into Eastern Europe and its meddling in the 2016 election, something that Trump often dismisses as an excuse for Hillary Clinton's election loss. I'm trying to be as positive as I can about what steps there are by the administration that I think do push back on Russia's illegal and unconscionable invasion of an occupation in Crimea and continued meddling in the affairs of Ukraine and the East, and the designation that have happened under the Magnitsky Act, Coons added. But Coons and his colleagues were unable to explain the differences in how the administration approached the Magnitsky sanctions and the COTSA sanctions. While there was a slight delay on the Magnitsky action, the Foreign Relations Committee did not make a fuss over it because administration officials were in constant contact over what they said were technical delays due to legal issues. The committee's requests for information about the COTSA delay were mostly unexplained, according to Sean Bartlett, a spokesman for Cardin, while the administration was more forthcoming about the Magnitsky delays, keeping us apprised of progress or issues that came up. Senator Bob Corker RTN was willing to look past the belated COTSA measures due to the law's complexity. Corker told the Daily Beast last week that unlike COTSA under which the State Department and Treasury Department must take into consideration U.S. companies that might be caught up in the sanctions, the Magnitsky format is laid out. All you've got to do is name the individuals and it's done. The State Department has chalked up its delay on the COTSA sanctions to much of what Corker explained. But the department has signaled that it also wants to avoid the side effects that result when lawmakers such as Cardin and McCain, who co-authored the Global Magnitsky Act, go public with concerns that they're being stonewalled by top administration officials. We are committed to engaging with Congress on their priorities. We welcome and appreciate the information provided by Congress and will continue to consider credible, specific information provided by these key partners, a State Department spokesperson told the Daily Beast. We encourage recommendations to be submitted privately to avoid unintended negative consequences. That was likely a reference to both McCain's and Cardin's public threats against the administration after the October 1 delay. McCain, from his powerful perch atop the Armed Services Committee, told the Daily Beast he would continue to block Trump's nominees to key positions, while Cardin suggested holding up defense appropriations bills until the executive branch complies with the law. The House Foreign Affairs Committee also joined the fray, with Representative Elliot Engel D. New York, the panel's top Democrat, writing to Trump over the baffling and unacceptable delay which sends a terrible message about American leadership on the global stage. Thank you for watching. For the follow-up, subscribe to the channel yourself here.
Christmas 2009 to 2013 as told by Trump. The Obama Christmases. While Trump continued wishing happy holidays for years, his first use of the word Christmas on Twitter appears to have been in 2011, shortly after he expressed interest in running for president. Trump suggested buying his new book as a Christmas present that December, and a few days later he complained that President Barack Obama had issued a statement for Kwanzaa but failed to issue one for Christmas. As the Associated Press noted, this was a false assertion. Obama had, like presidents before him, acknowledged the African heritage festival of Kwanzaa. But he had also wished Americans Merry Christmas as he did every year during his presidency. It is true that Obama changed the annual